Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Bulldozes past him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jones.
That's complete to Tony.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He is out of bounds inside the 35.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Jones on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
That catch good for only a couple.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones.
got a man. That's Colin Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on first down. Barkley,
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, and they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Barkley.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here comes Tony on the return.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 27, Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up, They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with deep.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Off play action, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Fields on first down.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Leonard Williams
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a throw here, hauled in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again is Fields. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now Jones throwing on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Jones now throwing after the interception.
Gets this quickly to Ingram.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones flushed out right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A final shot before break. Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
To throw is Fields.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Fields throw here on target to Hurst.
And some room to run now. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there, and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, 28 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Fields now to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. Marr on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd and 11 now.
Throwing, Jones. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Jones will try and run with it.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
And Gano's kick is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Fields.
He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Cut.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On play action, Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep for Julio. Rifles ran, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Fields.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
A 9-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
On 2nd and 10. Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got Mooney. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds as he does pick up a first down here with exactly a half a minute to go.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Giants, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.